back, everyone, to a Let's Play Minecraft with Solomon Bailey, tag name online, HaloNix76. Today we're just going to ride around on the rails, and I'll show you quite a few different things, but we'll look at those closer up eventually. The railway system is named Brina Railways, because my wife's name is Sabrina. We're still at Grizzly Adams Estates. I did not tell you about Wheat Mountain. I built Wheat Mountain, or just planted wheat on the mountain and lit it up. It's pretty cool at night. Eventually hopefully I'll get to show you that today, since we're just going to be riding on the rails. At each waypoint I put a sign to tell you which direction you're going. Grizzly Adams Exchange is through the tunnel, and right now we're going to go to Malduck Mine. Malduck Mine was one of the first mines I had, and I really used it to get most of my first stuff. Most of my first gold, my first diamonds, my first obsidian. And this is a railway system because I was coming over here constantly. I built this part of the railway system first. But I had to kind of hop up here, so eventually I wound up building a nice staircase for me to go down on instead of falling all the way through. But over here is a waypoint. It's basically a little hidey hole in case when you get out of the mine you can't actually get back to the house in time. I put a little pressure pad there. It's Malduck Depot. Malduck Depot has always been a place where you could come up and start your smelting, go back down into the mine. And this is the easy way to get to the mine. We're not actually going to go in the mine, I'm just going to show you the direction to it. Because basically a mine is a mine is mine. But I did go down here a very lot and mine a ton. But with the newer updates, they've changed some of how you actually would get down and go down in here. Try and remember if there was actually anything worth showing you in the Malduck Mine, which there is. There is another little depot down here. Now, when you're in my worlds, if you see double torches, that means you're on the right track to going to something or somewhere. I hear a googly behind me. But anyway, we won't be down here for very long anyway. I'm not trying to fight anything or really do much of anything. Reason I wanted to go down here a lot was because there was so much of the rail system, and a lot of the rail system that you see upstairs is actually made from the rail systems I harvested down here. And this is Malduck Hostel. Basically just a little hidey hole with a bunch of stuff that you know, basic necessities to get through. There's two different entrances. And like I said, there is a lot of wood and other stuff. And I've actually used most of the wood and things that were down in here and harvested most of them. So anyway, we're going to head back up. And then we are going to go back onto the rails, and I'll just ride the rails for the rest of the day. I'm kind of trying to kill time just a little bit so that I can catch the rail at night so I can show you Wheat Mountain, because Wheat Mountain actually was kind of hard to actually plant, because the way you have to do it is you have to actually use your hoe and knock a block. Come on, get out of the water. Get out of the water. Well, anyway, you use the hoe like you would normally if you were doing it on any other farm with water next to it, but without the water next to it, it actually will disappear on you pretty quickly. So you'd have to use the hoe and till the ground and then plant the wheat. And you have to do it very quickly in order to get the mountain. But anyway, this lava was all here, and I built the bridge. And at one point I tried to use pushing pads to push googlies off. It really wasn't working, so I didn't do that. I just put the fences up. But if you ride my rails, you'll get the award for the distance, the rail award, fairly easily. I've already gotten it actually had most of the actual rewards before we had the latest update, which deleted all my awards. So, here we go. Through the tunnel. Whoosh. This is going to take me just directly to the other mine. Maybe we'll make a real quick stop there. This one's called Aaron's Mine. I think so. No, that's right. It's A.A. Braun. Because my friend Aaron, he goes by A.A. Braun. But anyway, we'll go take a quick look down here because it's not that hard to get to and go down into. I've used this place actually here for actually growing mushrooms. Done that a bunch. Built all these stairs to get down in here. But there's actually this little depot here. I put the smelting on this one down here. There's a back entrance, or there was a back entrance. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been down here. But this is where I harvested most of my obsidian. That's why I call it the Obsidian Fields down here. And I did put my other nether portal down here, so we'll take a quick look at that too. And this one comes out at the bottom of the nether world. But right here is where most of the obsidian was. You can see there's still obsidian down there. And because it's nice and dark over in this corner, I actually grow my nether wart. But there's also a secret entrance over here for some of my secret stuff. Doing a little more jebbing and redstone. This is Solomon's Super Secret Stash. I don't actually have much in here anymore. That's just the map for the nether. Come on. But we'll go ahead and head back upstairs. On my latest world, we did, because me and my son were playing it first, we did actually run across one of the water temples almost immediately. It's like right next to where you spawn and you make your first home. So we were pretty excited about that. We kind of got our butts handed to us by one of the guardians, the large guardian. But we did walk away with quite a bit of loot. We didn't get away completely. There's still more stuff down there to be explored. But we're going to head up here. The way most of my stuff gets named is off of somebody I know. Malduk is actually the last name of my best friends. And he asked me why I actually named it after him. I was like, because I know you. It's as simple as that. And we actually have hit the rail, or going to be hitting the rails at night. So I timed it right. Because Wheat Mountain, actually, if you take and get to see it at the right time, it's actually really pretty. So here it comes. I'll eventually put more wheat on this side if I were to play this more, but I'm not going to. At these little exchanges, I did more redstoning to have these switches to flip. Let's take a quick look at Wheat Mountain right here. Actually, take a better look from a farther distance. You see these three red torches right there. I actually shot at that point right there and caught a skeleton and got my 50-meter skeleton award. See the three torches right there. I think I was standing right in the middle of the torch. And he was right there. But Wheat Mountain's pretty cool looking. We're going to go ahead and keep going with the riding the rails. Occasionally you'll run into a googly on the rails, but hopefully we won't today. Over there you can already see Thermal City. Thermal City will be a more extensive, take a good look at it. That right there was a structure I built so I would know where to go to get to the village. which we're going to go to the village so we can get back on days anyway. I built this actually through the entire village. The village name is Mike Village, or Mikeville. And this is Vok Hotel. Vok was one of my first maps I actually had. And there's only 2 rooms in here, but we're going to use one of them to go to sleep real quick. Mikeville is actually named after my father-in-law. Alright. And if you haven't noticed, there's ender chests all over this. We call, on this map, I call it ender mail because we use it to actually send stuff from one point to another. But as you see over there, that structure right there is supposed to be an XP generator or XP farm. I've got it to work, but not as efficiently as I'd like. You basically just have to stand right there and the googlies will come to you and you just whack them. This right here of Brina Railway is the end, because right down there is the end portal. And I use that to mark that at one point. If you look at that pylon right there, that is the center of all the maps. We're gonna finish up on the railway, which there is Thermal City. There's a story behind that, on how I built that. But we are going to get to Thermal City in a one whole jump. And we're just gonna go over here to the big house. The big house is where I have most of my stuff, and it's the main house, and I'll probably do a tour of just the big house next time we come back, which this is called Northwood Manor. So the next Let's Play we do will be of Northwood Manor. Everybody have a good day, and I hope I see you next time.